Hello, everyone. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded or done anything, and that's my bad, really, on it. Currently, I'm waiting for these turtle eggs to hatch, which it's taken literally 2 hours of just sitting here and waiting. I've had another set come through. I'm trying to get a one of them turtle helmets, so I can make a proper underwater helmet for the future mining things and whatnot. But I've been sitting around watching YouTube here and there, just old videos, new ones, and I've realized something over time, especially when it comes to YouTube and even gaming or the internet as a whole, is that it feels like we're going downhill on like a very steep incline. And this is not inherently true, mind you. This is a this is just a symptom of how our society and social media runs nowadays, where we see everything so negatively that we never get a chance to see the positives. And unfortunately, that's a consistency nowadays. And it sucks. Get over here. So yeah, I've done nothing except sit here and watch these eggs eventually, which I'm trying to get them to hatch. I need that turtle skew. Literally just need one more, and that's what sucks. But nonetheless, it feels like a lot of things nowadays have gone so negative, especially with AI, the AI moderation on YouTube, where you can't even say certain things or do certain things. And I'm not saying like, oh, like rule breaking. I mean, there's certain phrases and wording you can't say no more, otherwise your videos could get taken down, no matter how popular they are. And it feels like the algorithm really targets smaller creators who do pop off and make a really successful video, and then through that process it's just chaos. Every once in a while I'll come across a new YouTuber that I've actually enjoyed and watched, but then somehow I just lose my subscription to, like, I subscribe to him and then I lose it. I have notifications on too half the time, and that's another thing that makes me upset, is that I never get notifications from any of my old ass channels I've been subscribed to for years, even if they're still uploading. You have to manually go through, and that's why I hate personalized notification bells. It's just a constant back and forth when it comes to YouTube as a whole, and even the internet, really. It feels like the modern feed is just drawn out to bring out that emotional spike, especially now, midway through our current state of politics. The world feels like it's on fire, and people are just getting burned, and they're in unique ways, I should say. It's not all like that. The world is doing great in different ways. It's just, it's all negative feeds nowadays. And that's kind of why I haven't done anything too. Not that it's nobody else's fault but me. 100%. I could just record almost everything I do, but then I never have the passion or energy to go into doing that. But things are different now, especially today, of all days, because it is a Friday. But I'm recording this at 1:02 because I recently quit my last job. Whole loads of reasons behind it, but with this new job, I'm hoping that I will have a more loose enough schedule where I just force myself to get into these habits, and that's also why I'm recording this in general. I want to get into the habit where I'm pushing myself to be out there more. I want to do more videos, and I know that, being here is not really interesting as a whole. Not a lot of people want to sit here and do exactly what I'm doing and wait for these fucking eggs to hatch. I've been stuck on this forever. This is a genuine complaint I wish Mojang would acknowledge, it should not take 7 in-game days to hatch a fucking egg. I've been sitting here for that long, for like 3 hours trying to wait for some eggs to hatch. Yeah, I have some eggs. I have 4 scoots, but it took 2 hours for these 4 just to hatch. Why? I've been playing games like Sea of Thieves and Helldivers and just enjoying myself. This is the least enjoyable thing I think I've done. But I've been wanting to do this for a while, and this is just an opportunity that popped up simply because I need sand. Yeah. Ain't this fun? The mind of a ADHD is not helping at all. I'm sitting here just waiting. And it sucks. I've been waiting all day, too. Today I have to get one of my last paychecks from my previous employment. And I have to leave in, like, about an hour from now. Just to get all of my original, like, I gotta turn in a lot of things, I gotta do all this and that, but it's like, I'm having to sit here and just wait, and now I'm waiting on these eggs, and I feel like I've gotten nowhere today, and that's just the ploy of it all, is that when you have ADHD too, like, I get things done immediately, otherwise I forget, or I get stressed out about it. There's no other, like, that's it. There's no other options I have mentally. I'm sitting here having to wait for these goddamn eggs to hatch. I'm waiting to have to go to my previous job so I can turn in everything and be done with it. And then to come home, and then for the rest of the night, I'll be doing jack shit. And that's why I'm like, it's such a stressful time, especially when I'm seeing, like, constant feeding of this idea that YouTube is going downhill and YouTube is doing these terrible ideas, and they are, but it's like, I want to see good. And you could generally write this off as a rant. I didn't mean for it to go this way, but it's just, it feels like a lot. Mentally and physically, I've been so exhausted. Why are the dogs barking? Hold on, I can pause this, right? Where's the pause button? I don't want to stop, I want to pause. I'll just scream at him. Yo! Shut up! My bad. I'll try not to make this longer than a couple of minutes, because I know a lot of you don't want to even watch this. And I'm sorry if that's the case. Otherwise, if you're at least enjoying something in the background, thank you. It's difficult for me currently today to just do this. And it's a really shitty excuse as to why, but that's just where I am today. I don't have any ideas currently on what to do. I'm just tired, and this is the first time I've actually had a break, knowing that I don't have to go through what I've been going through for the last 4 years. It's after starting the job that I was employed at. I'm happy that I'm going somewhere else now, and hopefully it's going to do a lot better for me mentally and physically. I'm no longer in the elements, I'm no longer in outside suffering, and I am getting these conditions that are starting to spawn. Because every 5 years you go through like an allergy reset where it's like you either keep old ones, or you keep old ones and you get new ones, or you might lose a few old ones and still get some new ones. It's like it does that. So now my skin just can't, it breaks out in the bare minimum of heat. And it's not necessarily heat itself, it's the humidity primarily, but the combination of that is what's been hurting me for so long now. It's been a year since this started, and I've gone through the whole summer dealing with it, and no matter what I do, the only thing that I have had to help me is in homemade remedy, basically, and that's it. It works wonders, but it's like, it's a constant application effect, and it's not. I can't do it alone. It's so in that process, it's just I can't keep doing it all the time, and asking for help is very. It takes time, and some days I can't get that kind of help that I need to deal with those issues. So yeah, getting out of the elements and not suffering suffering through my boss's ego. That is one of the things that made me quit. And I quit. I didn't just I turned it on 1 week notice. I'm working out that notice now using my vacation days. Beautiful. I love it. It's such a good idea. So it just makes things a lot easier for me now, especially going through all of this. And I'm happy to be where I am today. Especially after all this time. And even if I am stuck watching these eggs hatch, at least something is at least I'm going somewhere in life that I feel proud of. And that's beyond what I've said. Like years ago when I first got this job, I didn't feel this kind of pride. It was more of a necessity. I was happy to actually be working and getting money, but that process of me working and getting money in the long term was becoming more and more detrimental to me. And that's the thing with construction as a whole, is that when you're working outside, it breaks you down worse than anything else. And that's why some people, when they're working in factories and I'm not saying like hardcore factories, I'm saying like certain definitely factory stylized work or office work, are able to work beyond their means compared to a man who's been in the field for over 40 years and they're barely 50 and they're just dying. This goes for all kinds of trades, by the way. This is literally this is the entire trade industry as a whole. Everybody hates each other, and for some reason they ain't hating their bosses the most. I don't know why. So it just feels like that. So getting out of it, I'm happy. Now I gotta find another thing to make an excuse. Like, I'm going to get back into art. I'm not planning no more. I'm going to get back into doing art and drawing, and maybe I'll get even into live streaming it. I don't know yet. It's something that takes time and a lot of mental energy that I didn't have before. So I have to retrain myself to get back into it. Same thing with this. God, I got off 13 minutes. So I'm not making this entirely with the intention that you or somebody else is going to watch this. And I doubt anyone's going to make it past this point. But but it's like, I don't care. I feel like a lot of people should just make things. And that's a very big contradiction. I've been ignoring that. But at least attempting to make something is better than not. And people will listen to that kind of effort. And even if this is like the lowest bar of effort you will ever see, it's something. It's beyond not doing. And that's just a struggle today. I have no other excuses than I just don't. I feel like a lot of people have that same effect, where they just don't do something when they should be doing it. What the fuck? I'm making sure it ain't nothing. I could probably like downsize this entire enclosure. There. That's magic. But yeah. It's been stressful for a while now, and I'm starting to finally wane off of that stress. And I'm just physically hurting, that's all. Like, my neck's killing me today. I don't know what it is. I should take a headache thing before. Oh, I have one right here. How lucky for me. But I guess the whole TLDR of this The whole TLDR of this entire video is just... It feels like we can't do things nowadays that we used to before. The freedoms and creative liberties that we used to be provided are just gone. Like, you can't make any offensive content anymore. Like, you can't make no offensive jokes. Like, original SML or even, like, Filthy Frank and videos like those, Max Mofo, cannot stay on this platform because it's not advertiser friendly. So, we live in a time where these higher-ups are constantly regulating human creativity. And it really feels like you can't go anywhere unless you are, like, wildly popular. Like, if I started this channel 10 years ago and was uploading things, I probably would have blown up better than I would have today. Or maybe I'm wrong. Younger and smaller creators are popping up faster and becoming more prominent in such a short notice. But it feels like we're about to get to the point where bloating is a consistency. We're going to constantly see these effects of one person shows up and then it's just another person and another and another and another and another, and it repeats to infinity. You can name off a lot of popular channels in the old day, and hell, even older videos from decades ago sometimes go unnoticed. Like, this is a thing, this is from the beginning. This isn't just something that was, like, if you took all the modern day audience that we have on YouTube and throw them back 10, 20 years ago to when YouTube just first started, it would still be the same effects. There would be everybody's going to start wanting to make their own content, upload their own videos, and 9 times out of 10, it's something similar to this, where it's just somebody sitting in their room, recording a video of them playing something or doing something, or just even like a vlog. And you could technically count this as a vlog if you really wanted to. I don't know what I'm probably just going to put the date on this thing, because I don't even know. We live in that kind of time period where it feels like you're never going anywhere and then you're always going somewhere. It really just depends on where your perspective lies. Like, I've gone through so much less than some of my own friends, but that doesn't downplay the life you've lived. Like, I deal with a consistent amount of separation anxiety. Like, I hate having that feeling of being alone after dealing with that for years of my life. Like, I haven't seen my friends, like, in a setting that wasn't a holiday event where they would come over for 2 hours. I haven't actually got to hang out or even spend a night over at a friend's house in over 4 years. And this is everybody outside of high school, mind you. This is, there's a very limited amount of friends you can even do that with. But I've only had one friend from California come all the way here because he was already doing that for all his, like, going around the entire country. I've only had one show up here. And we just sat there and talked. I took no pictures. We didn't really do anything. We just sat outside and talked about life. That's the kind of interactions I want again. But you just don't get that so often. And I'm very fortunate for the few friends who I do have these kind of talks and interactions with. It's a rare thing to have. So yeah. If I had anything to really end off this video with, and, well, I do have only one thing to end off with. Life will get better when you start living it. And I gotta learn how to do that. And I say learn because it's not that I haven't lived my own life. I'm still alive. I'm still doing things. It's just trying to live to the best capacity, not potential capacity, to where you're not worried about things is so hard. Yo. Are we dead ass? Yo, grow the fuck up. Yo. I haven't got one of these ever. This is the first time I've ever had one of these in my life. That's how bad this is, Mojang. They're spawning in now. You know, I'm just gonna get all the God damn it. I'm gonna get all the scoots I can, but I'm just wow. Oh wait, I could get 5. I could get another helmet. Yo, I can repay my debt to my friend. I broke his shit, so. Hold on, I got this. Watch the shit. Well, I guess that's it, really. I guess that's the point of this entire video. Just waste time doing things until you get what you want. Boom. That's the entire. That's sarcasm, but that's your learning lesson today. This is what Miss Frizzle was supposed to teach you. Oh my God. How many of you? Okay. Comment question of the day. Okay. If you got this far, how many of you know what the Magic School Bus is? And I'm not talking about the I'm talking about the ancient text of like the 2000s animation or whatever, the 90s animation. God, that makes me sound older than I am, but I'm born in 04. Like, it ain't that deep. God motherfucking damn it. Fuck you. Dyke. Oh, I'm not even gonna get that fucking egg. Yes, die. No. No, action. Fuck all of you. I hate all of you. You get to die too. Alright, that's it. If any of you made it that far, thank you for watching. I can't promise anything. Take care of yourselves and just chill.